Can we, how do we get rid of this?
Oh, Maharaj, if you uh, move it up a little bit, if you push your presentation up at the bottom or at the top, there is a thing called slideshow. Uh,
Hold on, hold on. It says your screen sharing.
slideshow,
I
Maharaj.
don't see slideshow. I
Top
don't see
top
it.
right, top right, where your cursor is, Maharaj, to the right, slideshow. It's written slideshow. Just below that, just below that. No, Maharaj, to your right,
Stay
right
with
there.
me,
Yes,
Govardhan.
yes, yes.
Okay, now we got it. How do we get rid of this?
Um,
How do we get rid of the picture of people? We minimize it?
oh,
Yes.
picture of people.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yes, yes, we can minimize it.
Okay.
Okay.
You tell me when to start.
Okay, Maharaj, in 2 minutes.
We have some beautiful temples here.
Oh, how many are there, Maharaj, total?
There's about six main temples and a number of preaching centers.
Wow, in the small country.
Yeah, I'm looking out my window. It's nighttime here, but in the daytime, I can see the Erie River. The Erie
Mhm.
River runs all the way from the Bay of Bengal, the Myanmar eastern side. You can sail up all the way almost to China. It's a
Wow,
1 day overland journey to China. Then you can catch, at that point, 1 day's journey, you can catch the Yangtze River and sail all the way down through China to the Pacific.
wow.
And it used to be a huge trade route.
Mhm.
And Indian businessmen built a number of temples.
Oh,
When Burma got independence, the uh, the government shut down all business connections with the Hindus. They couldn't get
oh,
government commissions. They couldn't get government permits. They couldn't get export permits. So most of the Indian businessmen were chased out. And therefore, there was no need to start the temple. So we had temples. There'd be a pujari there maintaining maybe two, three artis a day. So they said if we maintain the puja, they would give us the temples. So we've had one temple looks just like a Rajasthani Marwadi businessman built it. It's Jayapuri style. It has a huge kitchen, marble with a well inside of it.
oh.
We have a beautiful Jagannath temple. It was renovated. It's a whole story. I'll tell you sometime. It's quite mystical, but there's a number of we had to tell them stop donating temples. We can't staff anymore.
Oh.
We have a beautiful temple. It's right in the old European section. It's across the river from downtown Rangoon. It's a beautiful Sita Ram temple.
Mm. Wow.
It's quite. If you ever have any extra time, you want to take your family for a vacation, there are some of the most beautiful temples I've seen in my life.
Wow.
Some of them are maybe 7, 8, even up to 10 stories high,
Mm,
and they're not gold paint,
mm.
they're not gold leaf, they are hammered sheets of gold.
Wow.
There's a Buddha, he's about 4 feet tall. He's made of solid, priceless jade.
Amazing.
It's
Oh,
far up. This place has rubies, it has sapphires, it has gold, it has first class soil, first
mm.
class weather. It just has a horrible, rapacious criminal government.
Oh.
But
And
you'd love it. And there's great you bring your family here for a vacation. You let me know. There's nice hotels. There's beautiful scenery. It's one of the most beautiful countries I've ever been to.
okay, Maharaj. Thank you.
It's
Thank you,
nice.
Maharaj.
Okay, you tell me what to do. When do we start?
Okay, Maharaj. Thank you for giving us that beautiful picture of Burma. We will definitely put it on our calendars to visit. And I think we can start now. Everybody who is on the call, please turn on your cameras. And as I shared earlier, there is a form for you to fill out, which is about 3 key lessons that you learned from Maharaj today. And you learn many more, but put at least 3. Thank you, Maharaj, for joining the call and giving us your association and sharing your wisdom.
Hey, Govinda. I was on a morning walk with Prabhupada, a number of devotees, and I asked him, what does it mean to be one of your leaders? And Prabhupada stopped, put his cane down, sized me up, and he said, if anything goes wrong, it's your fault. So that's a good lesson. But then I went further. I said, Prabhupada, sometimes it's difficult to manage the devotees. And Prabhupada knew everything about us. He lived with us. Prabhupada was a manager. He knew the whole story. So he laughed and he said, you think like this. He was telling me, this is how you should think. You should think that you are blessed to always be engaged in service of the Vaishnavas. So those things should be our mentality. At the same time, there are devotees who are just demanding, demanding, demanding. And they can burn out leaders. So these are some tips I got from Tamahar Prabhu, who studied psychology, got his PhD in psychology of education. And I also learned from Brajabihari. So that's the origin of this presentation. You are going to have to deal with difficult people. I'm assuming I'm talking to temple managers, temple presidents, regional supervisors, zonal supervisors, or secretaries. I'm assuming that's who I'm talking to. And you're going to have to deal with difficult people. So that's what, although we have that broad vision, I'm blessed to serve the devotees, still, we have to protect ourselves. So that I already said. So Prabhupada says, the mental diseases of the present generation are more acute than bodily diseases. People's minds are so agitated in Kali Yuga. It's a nature of the place. This man, they opened up his head, and there was this monkey. Bang, 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 bang. So we've got pride, false ego, envy, low self-esteem. All these things are bang, 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 banging around in our head. So we have to recognize that. We have to adjust accordingly. We're carrying a circus in our head. Here's what we call a merry-go-round in America. Guilt, shame, doubt. Guilt, shame, doubt. Guilt, shame, doubt. These things are playing. These are voices in our head. Then they say, but I thought Prabhupada built a house the whole world can live in. I like this picture. It's called Crisis Center. It's on fire, and it's going over the waterfall. So there's problems in it. Prabhupada said, I heard him say it, spiritual movement in the material world, difficult proposal. If we expect I'm serving Krishna, everything goes smoothly, forget it. It doesn't work like that. And actually, the difficulties actually call on us it brings out our bhav. It makes us depend on Krishna, pray to Krishna. It humbles us. The material nature does a good job. So, yes, Prabhupada built a house the whole world can live in. Can is not the same as should or will. If I move into your house, I'm staying in your house, you have house rules. I'm a guest in your house. I should follow your house rules. Prabhupada told Kurandar. Kurandar asked Prabhupada in LA, Prabhupada, do we let everyone live in the temple? Prabhupada said, there is no limit to Lord Nityananda's mercy. But then knowing the situation and Prabhupada being extremely practical, Prabhupada told Kurandar they can't be lazy and they can't be crazy. We're not meant to accept everyone in our building. They can come for prasadam, they can come for darshan, they can come for kirtan, but living with us, they have to have a basic standard. They have to be trainable. You know, Prabhupada says you don't blame a man for being dirty if he's in the shower. So if they're advancing, if you can teach them, if they have a retention ability to learn and to grow, then fine, they can live in the house that Prabhupada built. But if they're crazy or just trouble, cause the other devotees anxieties, no, they can't move in the temple. Adi Lila, as long as one is in the material condition of life, strict discipline is required in the matter of moral and immoral activities. Disciple means one who accepts the discipline. Without accepting discipline, we cannot make any progress. You have a right to expect a certain baseline of sanity and cooperation and respect for the other devotees. Prabhupada says here, this time he has again disobeyed me. If he sets such an example in the society, it will be a great impediment. Obedience is the first law of discipline. We are thinking of a great worldwide organization, which is not possible to be executed if there's disobedience. I'm trying to give the leaders some confidence that they have a right to expect a certain level of sanity and respect. Prabhupada says, let him go away. Don't care for him. Let all the fools go away. There's a Bengali proverb. Instead of maintaining some bad cows, better the cowshed be vacant. We shall prefer the cowshed to be vacant, no cow, than keeping all bad cows who don't give milk and get disturbed. Now, if you've been a temple president, regional supervisor, zonal supervisor, what to speak of a GBC, we all know that feeling when you're going into a meeting and you know this person is impossible, they're going to argue, they're unreasonable, everything's everybody else's fault. Sometimes you dread the meeting. Oh, some well, they might the government shuts it sometimes. If it shuts off, the business manager and look, and he's got a meeting with someone who is just nothing but trouble. So he says, nope, nope, Thursday's out. How about never? Is never good for you? So sometimes we think, I never want to meet with that person again. But we have to do our duty, so here's some tips. Somebody said, this guy is droning on and on. He's at the psychiatrist's office. Oh, my problem, this, that. Some people, they just go on forever. They say that a fool can ask more questions than a wise man can answer. This poor psychiatrist, he's finally had enough. He's hung himself. He can't take it anymore. So we're all human beings. We have our limits. So here's how what I'm calling and what they call in the field, Brahmachari is a top mediator for the U.S. State Department. Kamahar Prabhu has a doctorate and worked for some years as a psychiatrist, working with the psychology of education. So this is where this comes from. This is how high conflict people think. Just like Arjuna on the battlefield had Krishna drive up his chariot, and he could see how the enemy was arrayed. So this is to give you an idea. These difficult people, how are they thinking? Okay? So they have an all or nothing mindset. Something's all black or it's all white. Everybody's wrong. I'm right. They have no nuance. They have no subtlety of understanding. Hey, things are a mix. There's different views. They're absorbed in unconfirmed assumptions. They think, oh, this devotee doesn't like me, or you don't like me, or, whatever it is. This temple, everybody's in Maya. They just make these unconfirmed, assumptions. The pujari changed the schedule just to make me get up early. They have nothing to do with why the head pujari had to change the schedule. But they assume all kinds of things. They're stuck in past grievances. They bring up the past. I'm going to tell you how to deal with these people in a minute. But this is the way you can understand, oh, I'm dealing with a high conflict person. They're always 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 6 months ago. Hey, we're talking about the present. But no, they're locked in the past. Personalization. They think unrelated events are all about them. Like I said, maybe the head pujari has to change the schedule, and they think, oh, he doesn't like me, he's trying to make my life difficult. It had nothing to do with you. Emotional reasoning, assuming facts from feelings. I have a feeling so-and-so doesn't like me, therefore I'm under attack. But feelings are not facts. So, you have to help people unwind this a little bit. Well, I feel like that. Well, I feel like this. Okay. But feelings are not facts. And they try to read others' minds. Well, you're thinking like this, and you did this for that reason. But they're not psychic. They're not yogis. Let's move on. I don't know what that red line is. They have tunnel vision. They're caught up in small things and missing the big picture. You're throughout the opera. You're looking for the festival, the kitchen, a lot's going on. Somebody's using all the pots and the stove, it wasn't cleaned, and who's doing the Hey, we're in the middle of a festival. All hands on deck. So they exaggerate fears. They make a big deal. They make a little deal into a big deal. Projection. They seeing one's shortcomings in others, but not recognizing them in themselves. We expect people to understand. If we're not feeling well, if we had a bad day, if we had a fight with our wife, or, whatever it is, if we're have our minds disturbed, we expect people to be tolerant, to be merciful. Oh, he's a nice devotee, he's just having a rough day. So they expect people to treat them, to understand their condition, but they don't give any mercy, any understanding, any sympathy to other people. They just can't see it. Splitting. They see some as all bad, or his and herself as close to perfect. There's a saying that I used to be proud, but now I'm perfect. What does that mean? So here's a few more so you can understand the symptoms, the lay of the ground. Low self-awareness. They don't see how they're treating other people horribly and expect everybody to treat them like a prince. They have trouble practicing empathy. Prabhupada says one of the essence of Dharma is compassion, to feel for other people. But they can't do that. They're unaccountable. No, you can't tell them what to do. You can't correct them. They easily flash to anger. You push them a little bit to, hey, okay, well, you left the kitchen a mess. Oh, they fly off the handle, as they say in America. They get angry, they get accusatory, it's all somebody else's fault. So they're very hard to reform or correct. They're self-destructive without knowing it. They treat everybody horribly, and then they wonder, why don't I have any friends? So they can't see their own shortcomings and how they're the cause of most of their problems. So here's 4 types of such people. That was the symptom of the general category, high conflict individuals. And by the way, Balakrishna has a copy of this. And I'll show you at the end. I think he has a copy if you want it, because this is a lot of information. You keep it in your drawer, you print it out, and you look at it every 6 months. It'll be helpful, but I don't expect you to memorize all this. So I'm just explaining the principles, and you can get it later on, print it out, or whatever. So there's a narcissist, there's the histrionic, overly dramatic, there's the antisocial, and there's the borderline. So that's 4 general categories. The traits of a narcissist: superiority complex. They think they're God's gift to the earth. But underlying that is a real fear that they know their own limits, they know their own fallibility, so they overcompensate. They pretend that they know because they're actually internally feeling fear, overcompensate by superior complex. There's criticism for other people. Mercy or compassion. They manipulate relationships. It's all about power and control. They're trying to get people to do their will. There's self-absorbed, grandiose thinking. I'm going to redo the whole kitchen. I'm going to distribute, 15 sets of Bhagavatams, every day. So they got big plans, but how about they just cook the Raj Bhog? Big plan, but hey, can you just do the evening arti? So that's what that's about. Next, how do you work with them? Okay, now we have an indication of their specific qualities. How do you deal with it? Although they treat you with contempt, don't treat them in the same way. I call this don't take the bait. They shout at you, they accuse you of so many things. Don't get on that merry-go-round with them. You can gently correct them. You can say, we can talk about me another time. Now we're talking about your service. You just keep them on track. So don't take the bait, and because they'll throw out so much stuff at you. Don't get too close. No need for long conversations. They can suck up your whole day. But it doesn't do any good. Krishna says, time I am. Prabhupada says the symptom of a devotee is they don't waste time. So you're not going to unwind. The thing is, you're not going to fix them. I mean, let them chant the holy name, let them take prasadam, let them hear Shastra. Over time, those things purify. But you're not going to fix them with one conversation. So just get in, do your business, and get out. Give truthful explanations that are not personal. Don't say, you're in Maya. Oh, they just go into orbit. Give a neutral that they can't argue with. Prabhupada says it's right here in the books, or it's right here. I tell you, read Prabhupada's letters. It's Prabhupada managing. And there is so much nectar, practical news you can use. So you can say, make it an external object, not you attacking them. You say, Shastra says, Prabhupada says, here it's right here. That makes it harder for them to, distract the whole thing. Help them reality check. They don't like to look foolish. You say, Prabhu, nobody likes to work with you in the kitchen. You're so hard to work with. They don't like that. They don't like to look foolish or that they're a problem or they're not perfect. So it's a tool to help them. If it's true, you have to be truthful. Whatever you say has to be the truth. Okay. Now we're on to another person. The traits of the overly dramatic. You call it histrionic. Center of attention. It's all about me. How I feel, what I want, what somebody's done to me. It's all about them. They lack focus. They meander. They have a short attention span. They're all over the map, and you have to bring them back, keep them on track, have a short conversation, get in and get out. Exaggerator. They make things up. I mean, I know they're devotees, but some people will give you a BS story and see if you buy it. Their fear of being ignored. Again, same kind of thing. You know, Prabhu, nobody can work with you. Maybe there's a reason to this. And they don't like, say, look, you've been complaining for the last 3 years. It's not a problem. Nobody takes it seriously. Oh, they don't like that. They don't want to look like a fool. They have difficulty making decisions. They're all over the map. They can't come to a conclusion. You can't pin them down. So you have to work on that. You have to the point is you realize these things and you avoid getting sidetracked. A road has so many side roads. It's got cul-de-sacs. It's got dead ends. When you deal with these people, you just stay on the main road, because they'll take you off to who knows where. Don't get drained emotionally. The overly dramatic, they will exhaust you. Swavas Prabhu is one of the best temple presidents in the world. I mean, there's so many things I could say about it. He's also the head of the North American BBT. So, I mean, he's got a lot of pressure and duties. But I asked him, he went to the BBT meetings in Sweden, and he left another devotee, Archita, in charge. So I asked Archita, I said, did Swavas give you any advice? He said, yeah. Swavas told me, don't react. What does that mean? It means somebody burst into your office, throws open the door, and said, did you know that so-and-so is, I don't know what, they never clean the kitchen, and it's burning down, and it's a big scene. Don't react. Wait and get confirmation. You say, oh, okay, let's go see. Don't, oh, so-and-so's criticizing you, and he's criticizing the GBC, and you don't react. You don't say, well, I know that guy. He was always in Maya. Don't react. You wait, talk to the devotee, find out what he actually said. Don't overreact, because they'll suck it up on you. They'll drain you emotionally, and it's always a 5-alarm fire with them. Focus on 1 or 2 things. They space out. Work with them on small goals that require focus. I can't cook in the kitchen because it's always a mess. Okay, well, let's work on cleaning the temple, the kitchen floor. There's 5 main cooks. Everybody can take a day and rotate and clean the kitchen floor. So that's a small, focused goal. Be neutral. Don't get too into their stories. That's what I was talking about. Again, keep the discussions short. Hard to cure them, to change their behavior. You're not going to fix, you talk to them for a half an hour, you're done. You can go on another 2 hours, and they'll have more problems. You're not changing. Prabhupada talks about trying to straighten a dog's curved tail. You can hold it down, you can do so. But as soon as you let go, it's going to go back. So you're not going to change these people. Let the holy name change them over time. But don't let them drain all your time. Now we're up to the antisocial, sociopath. Societies, ISKCON's laws, Shastra laws mean nothing to them. I'll tell you who was a sociopath. Hang Sadhuda. Everything is an object for your exploitation. You don't feel for other people. They're like a chair or a table. They are something to be dominated and controlled. And, they don't care. Society, ISKCON's laws, Shastra's laws, they don't care. No feeling of guilt or remorse. They don't feel badly. They do something foolish. They just make an excuse. They deny it. These people are a real trouble. No problem hurting others for their own benefit. They'll criticize. They'll find fault. They'll sour. They'll put salt on a relationship so it's spoiled. That's okay. Deceitful. They're not honest. They make up all kinds of stories. They're impulsive. They jump here, they jump there, they change their mind. They're going to do that. And they hate to be dominated. You put them in a box, which is where they belong, and they feel stifled. They can't tolerate it. Okay? Now, how do you work with them? They're manipulative. Watch out for them trying to get you to do something. They're playing an angle. Oh, you do this, then I'll do this. No. Verify facts. They often get them wrong or they lie. That's what I said. Don't react. Find out what's actually going on. When they speak badly about others, make up your own mind whether you agree or not. Check it out. Be skeptical. Whatever they tell you, whatever the problem is, somebody else said this, they didn't. Check it out. Don't take everything they say wholesale. Okay, now we're up to borderline. They're impulsive. They're reckless. There's serious spells of panic or angry. They have an all or nothing mentality. Everybody's right, everybody's wrong, I'm right, you hate me, it's all that kind of stuff. Acts in a way that causes people to reject them. There's a type of toad. You know a toad or a frog? It lives in the Southwest American desert. Its protection is that if some coyote, some wolf, some fox, someone comes to eat it, as soon as they put their teeth around it, that toad, that frog, land frog, emits such a nasty smell. They ooze this, it tastes so bad, it smells so bad, people just drop, not people, coyotes, wolves, foxes, they just drop it and walk away. Some of these people are so nasty, you just don't want to deal with them. Intense relationships with others. Rejects them if feeling neglected. Oh, you're my best friend. You and I understand everybody. Work with me. We're, us against the world. And if you don't always agree with them and treat them like you're their best friend, they'll drop you in a moment. They'll drop you and reject you. So working with borderline, we're close to the end. Set limits on what you will tolerate. You got to keep them in a basic, color within the lines. Stay in your lane. Don't allow them to puff you up. They'll tear you down later on. You understand me. You're the best temple president. All the devotees love you. They're buttering you up, as we say in America, because they want something. And if you don't give them what they want, they'll flip on you in a second. Oh, you're horrible. They'll tell people, oh, he's horrible, he's mean, he's unfair. Just stay on an even keel. Remain humble and don't buy what they're selling. Know that they will often carry out threats of spreading rumors. I'm going to tell everybody what you did. Fine. I'm not afraid of that. If you act honestly, what are you afraid of? But I'm going to tell everybody that you're actually a mean and a cheater. Don't get caught in it. Don't take on their problems. They have unlimited issues. They could engage you all day, 24 hours a day. Deal with the immediate situation for the temple running nicely. Focus on that, offer some simple solutions, and don't get into all of their issues because they're unlimited. They could engage the full GBC. Okay, the do's. Realize that high conflict persons see things through a different lens and probably don't even realize they are being difficult. If they don't realize it, they can't fix it. And all you're trying to talk to them about how they should change, they don't even recognize as a problem. Realize that the issue isn't the issue. The high conflict person's personality is the issue. Whatever they're all stirred up about, this, that, so many problems, it's just their nature. They see everything as a problem, as a conflict, as an assault. It's not really the immediate issue. It's their way of seeing the world. Elevate yourself and stay above the absurdity. Don't sink down into the gutter with them and go tit for tat. Stay above it. Stay transcendent. Stay on a path of sense control. Stay above it. The don'ts. Don't tell them you think they're a high conflict personality. You know what? You're nuts. That's not going to help. We're not diagnosing. We're not a psychiatrist. We're not telling them, well, it's your mother didn't nurse you enough when you were a baby. We're just trying to keep them on a practical, even keel. Responding with aggression generally makes the matters worse. These people will shout at you sometimes. I've had people throw furniture. You just stay calm. Take a deep breath and don't get on that emotional circus. It just makes it worse. Targets of blame. It's never the high conflict person's fault, at least in their mind. They look to blame shortcomings on others, everybody else's fault. Usually blame someone close to them. Blame their wife, blame the temple commander, blame who used to be their best friend. If the target of blame goes elsewhere, they'll find another target. If they think it's this person's fault and they're telling you that, when that person, maybe they go to another temple or something, they'll just find another person, which means that person wasn't really the cause of the problem. They, the high conflict personality, is the problem. So how to react? Biff. Be brief, be informative, share the facts, be friendly, but be firm. You know, when you want to end the conversation, when they wander off on the, it's so many other issues, when they're criticizing this, you be brief, you be informative, give them the facts, you be friendly because we care about them, and you be firm. Avoid the 3 A's. Don't apologize, don't admonish, don't advise. What this means is devotees are humble. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I'm sorry. It's my fault. I mean, if it is, you admit it. But generally speaking, they're trying to blame everybody else. Don't apologize. Don't admonish. Don't wag your finger and say, hey, you know what? You're crazy. You are a high conflict person. I'm done dealing with you. It doesn't help. And don't advise. Don't spend too long giving them instructions. Give them a few simple guidelines to help them with their service and end it. Get out. Don't spend a long time lecturing them on how they should do this, because it doesn't register. It doesn't go into their head. So ear, empathy, attention, respect. Often a high conflict person benefits from these. These may help neutralize the high conflict person's behavior, at least for some time. If you listen to them, not too long, you listen to them, you actually care about them. They're a devotee. You give them a fixed amount of attention. You stop, you have a half-hour meeting with them, and you respect them. After all, they're devotees. And if they're at least a little bit sane, they'll pick up on that you like them, you care about them, you respect them. And if it doesn't always work, but it works with some, if they're not too sick. Okay, some devotees, we're coming to the end, are just like gulab jamuns. A gulab, you just give it a little poke, and so much nectar comes out. Other people, and it's a few, most devotees are just like a gulab jamun. You give them a little attention, you help them execute their service, you praise them when they've done something nice, and devotees are great to work with. But others are like a sponge. A sponge is soaking up so much water. They will suck up so much of your attention with no benefit. So you have to be careful. I've met with this person before. We've gone round and round with all their problems. I'm not doing it for the third or fourth time. It wastes your time and it drains you emotionally. So there we are. We're done. If you want a copy of this presentation, jot down my email address. I'll send it to you. And I think that Bala Krishna has it.
Yes,
So
yes,
let
Maharaj.
me shut.
We will share.
Let
Yes,
me.
Maharaj, we have a copy.
Let
We'll
me.
share.
Okay. Let me shut this off. How do I end sharing? Okay, are we back to the world where everybody's there?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you very much. Thank you for an excellent presentation, Maharaj. I just got an email last night inviting me to a webinar on how to deal with high conflict persons. I don't know. I think they are perhaps checking what I'm typing in my phone. And the price was 149 US dollars per person. So, Maharaj,
Acha.
you have saved
So
us
I
so
should
much
charge
Lakshmi.
more?
I'm sorry, Maharaj.
So I should charge everybody?
I think we should all
Pay for
donate
my
to you.
airfares?
100,
No, no, I'm all right.
150 US dollars, 13,500 Indian rupees.
No, no, no.
No,
I'm fine by Krishna's grace.
thank you. Thank you so much, Maharaj. This invaluable presentation, and you made it more devotee friendly than they would have. And that was also just 1 hour webinar, no question and answer. And we have here cherry on top. We have we have quite some time for question and answers if anybody wants to ask any questions
For
of mine.
me, to tell you the truth, it's late at night and I'm not feeling very well. So if we could take 3 questions and try to end by 9, 5 minutes after 9, that would, and I get up early. I get up at 2 o'clock by Krishna's grace to chant my japa. So can you control this?
I will
Oh, I
control
guess
Maharaj.
I can see.
I see
Okay,
three
tell
hands,
me who to
Maharaj.
ask.
Okay, so we go three: Nilambar Prabhu, Vishakha Devi, and Indra Prabhu in that order. So please ask 3 questions and we're done for the day.
Hare Krishna,
Ask
Dandavat
a
Pranam Maharaj.
question. Wait. Ask a question. Don't
Okay,
praise
sure.
me with
Yes,
flowery
Maharaj.
words. Hey, listen. I'm talking to you. Don't praise me with flowery words. Don't give a second Bhagavatam class. Just ask a question.
Maharaj, many times when I deal with these high conflict individuals, sometimes I get into a loop in my own mind, thinking maybe Krishna is arranging this for my own purifications. What can I learn? And I also, when I look at from a third person's perspective, it looks like perhaps I'm being way too soft. Maybe I should be a bit more strong. But there is no ground reference to what extent we should be going in handling a situation. So how should we handle this, Maharaj?
Devotees are kind. Devotees are merciful. Devotees are tolerant. So on one hand, that's a symptom of your advancement in devotional service. It's when you deal with these people over a period of time, when you start to see a pattern. You don't launch into all this stuff the first time you meet with them, but when you get to know them, you see this person, they always go on the same path, they got the same problems, they got the same issues. That's when you start getting, brief, you get firm, and you have empathy. So you have to use, Krishna gave you a brain. We used to think if you thought too much, you were trying to be the controller. This is 1970 in Los Angeles. If we went out and we forgot the instruments, Krishna must want us to distribute books all day. If we forgot the instruments, Krishna must want us to distribute books. If we ran out of gas in the middle of a field somewhere, this is Krishna's arrangement. He must want us to preach to somebody here. Now, we had a devotee named Vaidyanath. He was our Sankirtan leader, and he was a college graduate and a smart guy. And this just didn't add up. It just, I don't know if this is really what Krishna wants. So we asked Prabhupada. He asked Prabhupada, and quite often we couldn't get the question out just right, but Prabhupada could see where we were trying to go. So he was asking Prabhupada, what does it mean to be surrendered? Do I just stop my thoughts and just, see where Krishna blows me like a leaf? So that's what he was thinking. All this was the background. He said, Prabhupada, what does surrender mean? Prabhupada said, right immediately, he said, surrender means to use your God-given intelligence. So I can't give you a formula that works. Everybody wants a cookie cutter that everything, here's the formula. Life doesn't work like that. But if you see a pattern in somebody and that you always feel drained and it's a waste of time and they don't change, then in the future, you start dealing with them. Okay, who's next?
Vishakha Devi, are you there?
Yes, Prabhu. Maharaj, just the last part that you mentioned about how to, the last slide where how can we make them neutralize, and you mentioned ear, and one of them was empathy. So I'm just confused between where do we draw the line, because you're also saying that we should not get too emotionally involved, and then at the same time, you're saying
Let me ask you a question. Prabhupada told me personally, he said, the sign of intelligence is the ability to balance opposing points within the mind. It's a great sutra. I'm going to say it again. Intelligence means the ability to balance opposing points within the mind. A great example, we say Achinta Beta Beta Tattva. They're two opposites, but we have the synthesis, one and different. So, yeah, I can't give you a formula one size fits all. There's no reason you can't do both. Why can't you have empathy, but also be firm? Why can't you care about them? We should care about the devotees, But say to them, we've talked about this problem so many times. We scheduled this meeting for half an hour. I have to go, and that's
Got
it.
it.
They're not going to be happy anyway. The idea that you're going to make these people, they're going to see the light, and thank you very much, and they're going to completely change. It could happen, but very, very rarely. So you have to do both. That's intelligence.
Got it,
You're
Maharaj.
looking
Thank
for a
you.
formula. I'm not going to give you one because there isn't one. You have to be intelligent and take the whole package, take the whole presentation. It's a mix. If I give you wheat flour, do you have a chapati? I'm asking you.
Yes,
I
yes,
think she
Maharaj.
froze.
No,
If
I
I
did
give
not. I
you
was.
wheat,
Yes.
if I give you wheat flour, if I give you wheat flour, do you have a samosa?
No.
Hello.
Can you hear me,
There's
Maharaj?
more ingredients. It's a combination. Okay.
Yes.
Rupanuga, you've
Yes, Maharaj.
frozen.
No, Maharaj, I'm good.
So Indra, and we'll end with Indra.
Yes, Maharaj. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. My question is, sometimes in a community there are devotees who are not bad devotees, but they have certain, they lack certain skills. Can I? Yes, Maharaj. So I was.
Maharaj, your internet is unstable, so we can't hear you properly. Should he repeat his question?
What do we do, Rupanuga?
We might want to end here, Maharaj.
Okay.
I will email Andhra Prabhu's question to you, and we can post it to the
Okay,
group.
fine. But let me say this. I'm an old man. I'm going to die soon. I'm not going to last that much longer. I can see the end of the road. And when I see nice young devotees who want to take up leadership in ISKCON, who want to push Prabhupada's movement forward, when I see devotees like you, I feel grateful. I think, okay, I gave my whole life to this movement. Since I was 17 and a half years old, I'm 73 now. I gave my whole life to this movement. I care about it. And when I see devotees like you taking up management, I think, okay, it's going to go on. So thank you very much, Prabhus. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Once again, grateful for sharing your wisdom and giving us your time. Okay, everybody else, please stay for a few minutes. We are 35 minutes ahead of time. So you got 35 minutes extra. And as you perhaps read my message this morning or evening, your time, that we have been getting very poor response to the feedback forms. And we also don't really know how much you have picked up from a lesson. So we modified our approach. So we shared this form with you today. The feedback form is there in the WhatsApp group for both ILT and IN. Please click on that form if you have not already clicked on it and fill out your 3 key takeaways. It's very important that you put your name there because I know you've been all attentive and with your cameras on, most of you for most of the time, almost everybody. So grateful to you for doing that. As Maharaj said, we are inspired by your participation. We feel encouraged when you undergo so much austerity. You're doing your regular services in addition, you want to improve your effectiveness so you can serve the movement better. And that encourages us to do our best. So grateful to you once again. And if some of you have to go, I understand. But I will have one more reminder for all of you. We only have now 4 or 5 days, depending upon where in the world you are at, before the Vaishnav Sadachar course will close. You might have already received some inquiries from your servant mentors. If you are not submitted assignments yet, we are concerned. So please let us know what your plan is, what's stopping you, and how we can facilitate. But this course will close on January 31st. No exceptions. And what happens if you don't submit before January 31st? Well, obviously you will miss this window, but there will be an opportunity for you to upload later on, that may be some months later. But I strongly encourage that you stay on track, because moving forward, there are more courses opening. The third course will open in just about a week or so. And then later on, we will start Action Learning Project, which is a very involved project. It's a live team project. You will have to work with your team of 5 or 6 individuals. There'll be many assignments, so don't count on postponing these assignments. Please do it as we go along. And if you are already doing it, congratulations. And we are so grateful to you for giving your time to the college. I am here if you have any questions. If not, thank you very much for joining. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhevcha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Okay. If you are not asking a question, please mute yourself. I see Divya Nitai Prabhu's hand up. Okay, Divya Nitai Prabhu, please go on.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, after, like, we have other Sunday, other Tuesday, the 7 or whatever classes we got, then there are assignments along with them. So when they will be released, after this 1 month course, or?
I'm not sure, Prabhu, what you mean by assignments for Tuesday. Tuesdays are our Zoom lessons.
Yeah, Zoom lessons.
So
the video lectures are already uploaded. Then there is link.
So the video lessons for those classes that we have already had on Tuesdays?
Yeah, assignment link is already given along with all those.
All the videos? Okay,
Yeah.
So that assignment is only for those who miss a Zoom lesson. If you attend the Zoom lesson, now moving forward, starting today, you will only fill out this form, 3 key takeaways. But if you miss a Zoom lesson, then you have to do the assignment, which is there along with the video.
But these assignments are not accessible for. It is showing some error to download these assignments.
Really? Can you please email courses@gbc-college.com and we'll have our IT person look into it?
Okay. Thank you, Bhuji.
But I will post the assignment. It's a standard assignment. I will post it in the WhatsApp groups, so you will have it handy, just in case you miss a class.
Okay, Bhuji. Thank you.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you. Vaikuntha Raman Prabhu from Balaram Mandir. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, this is, there are because when we are doing service in the temple, there are many queries which keeps on coming, and very simple queries are also there. but we don't have a person to go to whom we can ask. Like give you an example. That when we have to make a poster, for anybody, giving a class or somebody, any devotee giving a class. Now, in the ISKCON Bhagavad, standards which is there, made in India. So they have that the size of this person who gives the class should be 1/3 the size of Prabhupada picture and stuff like that. Now, and I looked into ISKCON Communication Ministry to look for any reference. So there's nothing, reference where we can, okay, this is from where it's coming from. This is where in this regulation this is mentioned. So we have all these kind of queries which keeps, at least I have these queries which keeps on coming in my service which is there. Is there any go-to person I can ask, Prabhu, this is the problem. Can you guide me? Where should I go? And stuff like that, references.
Prabhu, I am not aware of such a person. If anybody else is, maybe they can tell you. Achyuta Mohan Prabhu has the answer.
Prabhuji, you can join the ICC informal group and just ask such queries. Because you're in India, so all the Indian leaders are there in that group, and they very quickly answer someone or the other. By the way, you have been repeating this matter of 1/3 size and all for quite a long time, So there is no such thing as 1/3 size. Nowhere it's mentioned. Basically, the idea is you hide Prabhupada, you don't try to replace Prabhupada with that personality. Don't make it a cult or something. But I'm absolutely sure there's no mention of 1/3 per se. Okay.
No, it is mentioned in Bhagavad standards that I saw that, but then I was looking for a reference where it is, so I didn't find anything. Okay, even that is also, ICC is also hearsay, because that's when another problem is. Nobody gives a reference. It's all hearsay. Fine, I understand your point.
So, Vaikuntaraman Prabhu, do you want to make it your project to come up with this guidelines? Service to the society, for future generations, for current generation. Think about
Okay,
it.
so, yeah, okay. I will discuss with you, because I'm
Sure.
also very clueless how to go about doing this thing, because where to look for the matters which is there. That's what the whole thing is all about. Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about that. Okay. All right, Prabhus. If there are no more questions, then we can end here. But otherwise, do not hesitate. We are only a text message away. And please stay connected with your mentors and with all of us here on the call as well. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranam.
Dandavat.